Hey, our friends, today we're going to be drawing a horse.
Yeah, in this art project, we're going to show you how to draw a realistic horse. It's going to be a lot of fun. Then after this video, we're going to do another video where we show you how to turn this horse into a Pegasus. It's going to be even awesomer.
Yeah.
Then we're going to do a final video where we show you how to color this horse and make him look very realistic. It's going to be awesome.
Okay.
We're going to split the whole thing up into 3 videos. You ready to start?
Yeah.
Okay, you got a marker?
Yes, I do have a marker.
And we hope you guys are going to follow along with us. You have something to draw with. You don't have to use a marker if you don't want to. Some paper in front of you. If we go too fast, what can they do?
Pause the video.
Yes, you can always pause the video. All right, dude. Ready to start?
Yeah.
All right. All right, we're going to draw him with our paper horizontal or landscape. And that's because when we're done, we're going to add wings that come back really far.
Yeah.
So we need a lot of space. We're going to start up here in the top left corner, and we're going to draw his eye. And we don't want to be too far over because we're going to draw his legs coming out. He's going to be rearing up on his 2 hind legs. So we're going to draw an eye, and it's just going to be a little dot. Good. And we may do some more stuff to his eye, but let's draw the front of his head first. So we're going to draw a diagonal line that comes down in front of his eye. And I'm going to make it a little longer. Good. Then we can kind of bulge out just a little bit, and that's going to be for his nostrils. And then we're going to come down, extend that line a little more, and then we're going to draw another bulge that's underneath for his mouth, his jaw. Good. And then we're going to draw a diagonal line going back this way. It's going to be short. Good. Yeah, that's awesome. It looks good. And then we're going to draw kind of a U shape, and this is going to be for his cheek. Gosh, look at that. Pretty much done with a horse head.
Yeah.
That's pretty easy, huh? Okay, we're going to draw his mouth, and it's just going to be a little line that comes out, and we want to make sure that he doesn't look like he's smiling. We want him to look tough, don't we?
Yeah.
Let's draw
Frowny face.
frowny face. Let's draw a little nostril up there. Now we're going to draw his ear, and it's going to be an A shape or an upside down V. Good. And mine could have been a little bit longer. Well, now he's going to look like a rabbit. That's okay. Now we're going to draw the inside of his ear, and it's going to be pointing back. All right, now we're going to draw the back of his neck, and it's going to round down, so it's going to curl like this down to his body. Good. That's awesome. So you can come down a little further. That's okay. Yep, just come down a little further. So he's got a little longer neck. Good job. Now we're going to draw the front of his neck, and it's going to start close together and then get a little wider down at the bottom. So we're going to start right here in the middle of this U shape, and we're going to come down in front. See how it gets a little wider towards the bottom? That makes his neck look like it's really strong. Good. Okay, now we're going to draw the front of his body. So his chest. We're going to draw kind of a C shape. Perfect. Now let's draw his front legs. So we're going to draw an L shape that comes down in front, so inside his body, and then bends out.
It's a big L.
Yeah. And it's kind of a sideways L or a backwards L. Good. Okay, now on the front, this is where his knee is. We're going to put a little C shape there. And then we're going to draw a line back. So we're kind of building a stick figure version of his leg first, and then we're going to add the thickness in a second. So now we're going to add a little U shape here. Good. And then his hoof is going to stick out from that. So it's kind of pointing back up. Good job. Hey, now we're going to draw a hook that comes back for his hoof. Good. And then we're going to draw the other side of his leg that comes up to his knee. Good. Okay, now this part we need to make sure he looks really strong. His leg looks strong and doesn't look weak. So we're going to start thin right here, and it's going to get thicker down here at the bottom. So I'm going to put a little point, and we're going to come up like that. Good. And then we're going to go back up into his body and go pretty far up there. So he looks like he's got this big muscle right here. Okay, we did it. Now we're going to draw his other leg. So we're going to bend, so he's going to look 3D. So this leg is going to do some other stuff too. So we're going to have just a little bend right here for this part of his front leg. Good. And then we're going to bend up. Good. And then let's put a little curve. And then we're going to draw the other leg, or the front part. Yes. And then we're going to draw another kind of hook for this part. So the horse's legs bend in several different places. 1, 2, 3. So we got 1, 2, and here's the third one. And then his hoof is going to come down. It's kind of a long leg, huh?
Yeah.
All right, and then we're going to curve back around for his foot. Good, and then we're going to draw the other side of his leg. Then we're going to come back down into this part. That is the long leg. I like it though. He's looking awesome. Okay, now we're going to draw the rest of his body, and we're going to draw it pretty thick. So we're going to come down here, and we're going to imagine his chest line. So right here that goes into his leg, it's going to come out on the other side of his leg and curl like that. So if we were to imagine this line, we could draw another line. If you imagine this line coming through, it might start right here. And that's okay. We're just using our imagination going through his leg. So we could draw that, and then this can turn into a shadow at the end. We're going to do some awesome shading with our marker. Good job. That looks great. All right, now let's draw his back, and it's going to come down, and it's going to get a little thinner towards the back right here where his back legs start. So we're going to curl this down like that. We're going to end about in the same spot. Now let's draw his back leg, and this is going to be really muscular. It's going to come all the way around like that. A big backwards C. It's got some booty.
Booty, booty, shake your booty.
Now we're going to draw the front part. So we're going to come up here. We're going to start inside his body, and we're going to draw the front part that bends in his leg. So this is where the first bend is, and then we're going to come down diagonally, like that. Good. We're kind of running out of room, but we're going to have a couple more bends. So here's the next bend, back, forward, There we go. And you're kind of running out of room. We're going to draw his little ankle and then his hoof that comes out. Good job. You're kind of fitting it in there. Okay, now we're going to bend. We're going to draw his foot. Nice. And then let's start back up here for the rest of his leg. So I'm going to draw this in just a little more. You don't want to get too close to that front line. Then we're going to start over here. Come down. Put another little kind of C shape. And then we're going to bend down, or diagonal line, and into his foot. We did it. That's his first leg. It looks awesome.
Yeah.
Okay.
His third leg.
Third leg. Okay, now we're going to draw the fourth leg. It's going to be back here. We want him to look 3D, but we're going to keep it easy. So we're just going to follow this same line right here. Okay, and then I'm going to draw this line that comes out at a different angle. Good, and then that little ankle bump, and then his hoof. Good, and then we're going to curl back around for his foot. And then we're going to draw another little kind of ankle line, and then back and bend up. There you go. We did it. He does have some kind of big feet, doesn't he?
Yeah.
If we were to redraw this, we might draw his legs a little bit shorter and his feet a little smaller. But I think he turned out pretty cool.
Yeah.
We still need a few more details, right? We need his tail and we need some hair up here. So let's draw his tail first. So we're going to come out here and we're going to draw an S line that comes out, down, and then back out. Awesome. Okay, now we're going to start close up here and then we're going to come out and then back like that. Okay, and then I'm going to draw a zigzag line that comes back up to the tail. And I curve that zigzag line. Awesome. Okay, now let's draw his hair. And we can do the same thing. We're going to do some S lines, and we want it to look like it's in the wind, right?
Mm-hmm.
So we're going to draw an S. That. Good. And then I'm going to draw another S line that comes out at the bottom of his neck.
Fire.
Sweet. And I probably needed to leave some room for the wings, but we'll still fit them in there. They're going to be awesome.
Okay.
And then we're going to come back up, and I'm going to do an S line that does make his hair kind of look more like fire, huh? Oh, he looks so cool. Okay, now I'm going to come up here, and I'm going to do some hair that comes in front of his eye. Sweet. And then I did a little curve in front. We did it. Now we could add, let's add another ear up here so it looks more 3D. Chuckers, you did awesome. Give me 5. Now we're not going to color them, but we're going to do something we've never done before with our marker. Well,
Okay.
we
we
have.
have.
We've done it on, we did it on the flying heart.
Mm-hmm.
And we're going to add some shading, but using our marker to shade, okay?
Okay.
So we're going to come down here and let's add another line right here, right above his belly. And I'm going to match it. That's awesome. Okay, now we're going to draw some wavy lines like this. So a curve like that. Then we're going to draw a little wave and another wave and come all the way back here. Sweet. And then I'm going to draw a little hook back like that. All right, let's color that in.
Okay.
Nice job. Hey, now let's draw another shadow that comes down here for the back leg. So I'm going to draw a little S line like that. And then I'm going to hook back up. Okay, then let's draw some more shadows on his back leg. So I'm going to draw a line that comes down here and then comes back. And then I'm just going to draw another one that comes over here for his hoof and then down. And this is a little, like, you don't have to do it exactly how we're doing it. The point is to add a little shadow that we're going to do with our marker so that he looks more 3D. And then we're going to do more realistic shading in our third video with the colored pencils.
Okay.
Good. Okay, now let's add some shadows to this leg also. So I'm going to add a little spike right here on his hind leg. Color it in and see how that shadow kind of looks like this shadow. Then I'm going to add some more shading on this bottom leg. And do the same shadow on his hoof, his foot. Good. All right, now let's add a shadow on his back here, on the rear end. So I drew a curved line that matches the other one. Good. And then we're going to draw a little, couple waves like that, and then color it in. Okay, now let's add some shadow right here in front of his chest. So I'm going to do a little V shape and then come back down and color that in. Okay, I'm gonna add another muscle right here, a little curve. And then let's add the muscle shadows right here on this front leg. So I'm gonna draw another curved line that comes down and across the bottom. Okay, now we're gonna draw a curve that comes up, or down, and then back up. Then curves back and down his leg. Good job. Okay, let's color that in. All right, now let's add a shadow right here for his knee. And then down the bottom of this leg. All right, okay, let's add the shadow on his foot. So I'm going to add some curves there and color the bottom of his foot. So there's a little highlight on the top of his foot. All right, let's shade this last leg. We're going to do the same thing. There's going to be a line that comes out to his knee and then back. It's like a little spike. And then color that in. Good job. Now we're going to draw the shadow down this leg and into his ankle. And then we can add that shadow on his hoof with a highlight on the top. Nice job, dude. Okay, now let's make his neck look a lot more muscular. I'm going to draw a shadow that comes down his neck. This is from his head. Okay, and then let's draw a curve that comes down here, and then also right here. And this muscle there's going to be another muscle right here at the bottom of his, so it's kind of an upside down Y. And then I drew a little spike on his back.
Where?
Right here, into his neck. Good job. All right, we're gonna add a few shadows just on his face. So a little curve here, and then a line that comes back. So they have a lot of muscles on their face. And then we're gonna add a shadow on his cheek. Okay, and then we can kind of shade in his ear. Okay, now the last thing that we're missing is the detail and the texture of his hair. And so let's make it really detailed. We can add a lot of little lines, little S lines through the hair. And we're gonna fast forward this part because this is gonna take a little while.
Yeah.
Okay, so the last thing I did on the hair was I added some lines were thicker than others. So I went back over, so some of the lines are thin, some of them are thick, and then I also came in and added some curve or some hairs, some of his mane in front of his neck. Good job. Okay, well, now we're gonna do the exact same thing except on his tail.
Okay.
Checkers, man, you did awesome. Give me 5. Did you have fun drawing your horse?
Yeah.
He looks super awesome, and I love that we're not going to color him right now. This is a fun place to stop. So if our art friends at home, if you guys don't have oil pastels or colored pencils, this is a great technique on how to finish your drawing even more, so it looks even more 3D. The horse looked cool without the shading, but he looks even cooler with it, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Now be sure to check back tomorrow because we're gonna use this same drawing and show you how to turn him into an awesome Pegasus with really cool wings. And if you're watching this later, we're gonna link that video in the description below. We'll see you later, art friends. Goodbye.